Hello everyone! Today I want to talk about my new novel, Kissing Magic. This is a novel that is a sequel, but at the same time it has a self-contained story, and I wanted it to be accessible for new readers. So far, I think it's been working. I got feedback from new readers that they had no problem. A couple of readers did miss. They said, "Oh no, I actually want to read the beginning." But it's really up to you. It can be a good start in the series, and because it's a self-contained story. So what it is about, I think it's about feelings, right? It's not only about feelings. That's something that I'm going to explain later. But it's about a little bit the idea that people are afraid to be hurt. People are afraid to open up, and even to believe, does this person like me? Does this person dislike me? Am I gonna be, make a fool of myself? And how this, the fear and insecurity, which I think they're things that most teenagers and most people, I would say in general, have to grapple with. The second thing that I have is about magic, and it's funny because I love hard magic systems where you know how things are going to work. But at the same time, what we have in Kissing Magic is a magic that the characters sometimes they aren't even aware of their own power. And when they are aware, sometimes they don't know exactly how it works, they don't know how to use it. And that's where the title of the novel comes from. Kissing Magic is about touching magic, coming in contact with magic. It's not about mastering magic yet. And I really love how this idea that people have this power that they don't really understand, I think it really relates to growing up and being a teenager. And not only a teenager, right? We're all trying to figure out ourselves. So I think those are the two main points, I would say, of the novel. Although it's not really about the points, it's about having fun and following these characters in their journey. And I was a little afraid about the title, Kissing Magic, because I feared people would look at it and say, "Oh my god, it's romantic and kissy, kissy, kissy time." There is some kissy time, but it's more than that. I think in a way, the illustration, it balances it out a little bit, right? Because it's a little dark. You have these monsters. The guy in the cover, that's Cian, by the way. He doesn't look very romantic, has this spiky thing that's not really attractive, and I think it's wonderful. The illustrator, her name is Silver Rosas, I don't know how to pronounce it, and she's amazing, and it's such an honor to have a cover drawn by her. I'm really happy, but I really think at least the cover illustration balances the title so that it doesn't give the idea that it's really, just a romance, because it has a lot of adventure and things, and it's not, I don't think it works as a typical romance. I'm not gonna say more about it. And now that I'm talking about romance, something else that it's important is that the characters have grown up a little bit. And that's why I think that not everybody needs to read the first one, because the first one was a little bit between that division between being a child and being a teenager, learning to think on your own, learning to make your own decisions and to trust yourself. There's a little bit of that now, still, a lot maybe, but it goes a little deeper, right? It's in these people having these relationships, and from young teenager to older teenager, and having more relationships. And in that, something that I was a little afraid is that there's a little bit more intimacy between the characters. Nothing is described, right? You're not gonna read about body parts being named. You're not gonna know exactly where people are putting their hands. But you see, the thing is, teenagers, it's not only about kissing or going all the way. There's this whole middle ground between it, right? That teenagers are exploring, and during going from one place to the other, and there's this whole journey, and you will know that some characters are in this journey, are in this middle ground, are in this process, even if you're not exactly going to know what they're doing, right? This was something that I was afraid, because the first novel can read quite young, and I was thinking, oh my God, what if a 10-year-old reads this? I think it's fine for a 10-year-old, but I can see how some parents wouldn't think it's fine, especially if they think that, anything about intimacy or is bad for children. So this is really about each person's decision. I think that's why I say it's for 13 and up. I want to be on the safe side, and I think it's cute, and I think it's sweet, and I think it's fun, but it's really, you get the idea that there's a little bit more than kissing going on. Not all the way yet, not quite, but there's a little bit more than that between characters that know each other well and like each other. Oh, there's something else. One thing that I was really afraid was that there's a character, Xian is a really important character in this novel, because it's about him and Karina, and they're kind of getting to know each other. And the thing is that I love it that the readers really like Xian, and I like him as well. It's a lot of fun to write his dialogue, or even to write from his point of view. I feel really comfortable, and I think I'm a little bit like him, a little sardonic, and I feel comfortable. But anyway, people really like him, and they liked him from the first novel. And now, in the first novel, he was mysterious, he was distant, you didn't really know much about him. And now he's gonna peel back some layers. Not a lot of layers, I'll tell you. He's gonna keep a lot of layers on. But, now we're gonna get close to this character. Is he still gonna be interesting? So far, I think it's okay. I think he's still interesting, and I think the other characters are interesting as well. And I think it's important that everybody makes mistakes, and everybody they do things that are not so great, and they're gonna think on their actions, and sometimes it's based on their fear, and sometimes insecurity, and sometimes just not really knowing what to do and trying to do the best, but not having all the information to do it. So, alright, so this is Kissing Magic. I hope you like it, and it's like more young adult. In the middle, it's not upper YA, there are no sexy times in it, and it's adventure, it's portal fantasy, but it's fantasy, but it's not like medieval. It's just because I was like, oh, why does it have to be medieval? I'm creating this world, I can do whatever I want. So it gets a little weird, but I think it's fun. And it's mostly about this girl Karina, and she has to go to this other dimension, kiss this guy that she knows, and you have to wonder about certain things. All right, so my name is Leitao. That is short. Day is short for Denise. You might know me as Denise as well, but Day is short, and I really like it that I use that as my pen name because it's like more intimate or something. And I'd really love it if you take a look at the novel, and you can send me an email or write a review. And if you don't like it, it's fine as well. I'm always looking forward to what readers think and what resonates with readers. Not that I want to please everybody, because I can't, but I always find it's fascinating. So I'd love to hear a little bit about it. And if you have any questions, you can write a comment or send me an email. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Bye.